So I'm back today with another Ask Pam, and this question is an interesting one. It is, what was your biggest struggle in your homeschool? Now, I just want to caveat this by saying I'm not done homeschooling yet. So this answer might change. My youngest is in eighth grade, so that means I've got like 5 more years, right? Math was never my strong suit, but math was not my biggest struggle. I just found a really good math tutor to help me out. So I still have a few years left to go. But if I look back on my homeschool, I would say that the biggest struggle that I had very early on as a homeschooler was being consistent in my homeschool. And for a long time, I beat myself up over this a lot. Now, and yeah, I mean, I shouldn't beat myself up over it, but it was something that I needed to change. And fortunately, it was something that I was able to change about 8 or 9 years ago. But during the first few years of our homeschooling, I really, really struggled with consistency, and I would beat myself up because I thought that I was inconsistent in my homeschool because I was lazy, because I just couldn't get started, because I wasn't a good person. I wasn't a good mom. I wasn't a good homeschooler. And it took me realizing that that was not my problem before I was able to change. Because you have to know the real problem before you can make changes towards fixing that problem, right? And so I really felt so badly about the struggles that I was having with consistency. And I mean, like, we would get up and we would do school, and then it would be a couple days that we wouldn't do school, and then we would do school again, and then it would be 2 or 3 more days that we wouldn't do school. I would have mornings that would just kind of get out of hand, and I would like look around at 11 o'clock thinking, oh wow, like, I'm never going to get school done today before we need to leave the house at 1 o'clock to go to gymnastics. We might as well not even get started. We might as well not even do school. That was when it started cluing into me what my problem might be, because it wasn't a problem with my kids. It was totally a problem with me. And then the other thing I was struggling with was so much pushback from my children. They were getting to be a little bit older, 8 years old, 7 years old. 6 year olds are hard, you guys, when it comes to homeschooling. 6 year olds have their own agenda, and they don't necessarily like to homeschool. And so I was starting to get all of this pushback, and I needed a way to fix that as well. And that was when I realized that my problems with consistency were not due to laziness. My problems with consistency were due to perfectionism. And this idea that if I can't do the perfect school day, I'm not going to do school at all was really, really tripping me up. And when I realized that, that was kind of the pivotal moment. Now, along the way, as I went on this consistency journey, I also discovered a few other mindset shifts I needed to make, a few other changes I needed to make, and I discovered some really helpful hacks and tips and tricks that I could use to help get my day off to a better start. And we've packaged all of those helpful hacks and tips and tricks into this course that we call the Homeschool Consistency Bootcamp. Now, we ran this course for the very first time back in the fall of 2016, and we ran it twice a year until 2019, and then we kind of put it on the shelf for a while, and we haven't run it since then. Through the years, people have asked for this course again and again and again, and so we're bringing it back now in 2023 for a whole new kind of generation of homeschoolers to experience the course. Now, so far, well over 700 people have gone through the course, and so many have told us that it has been transformational for them. One of those people is Angela Britt, and this is what Angela had to say about it. She said, "The boot camp radically changed our homeschool, and best of all, laid a foundation of trust for my children. Even after taking off the summer and now traveling 17 days during our first few weeks back in school, the expectation in new normal is morning routines and habits that I got to compose in the boot camp. So much progress in such a short period of time." She says, "Right now I'm sitting in the Edinburgh airport after being gone a week, but I know that come Monday, jumping back into our routine will feel like a warm hug and not the struggle it's been for so many years. I just love that so much, that it is a transformational change. And what Angela mentioned about building trust with your children is absolutely true. Consistency is the way that I build trust, especially with my teenagers in our homeschool. So, in some ways, I regret the struggle that I had in my kids' early years with consistency, because they do remember some of those days. But then in other ways, I don't regret the struggles that I had, because I was able to take those struggles and, along with my team, turn that into this boot camp that has helped so many people. And the Homeschool Consistency Boot Camp is open right now. So I'm filming this. You'll have to look at the date. It's in September of 2023. It is open right now. It's going to be open until September 29th. You can get inside and get a whole month full of support with the course and the accountability that comes along with it. We would love to have you join us. And if you're watching this video later, we plan on running that consistency boot camp 2 times a year. So come on over to pambarnhill.com/consistency, get on the wait list for the next time we run it. But take that step today. Take that step to make the change that you've been longing for in your homeschool, and know you're not alone, and we've got you.